how do you treat a concussion? So, according to the research that's out there, concussion is a treatable condition, which kind of goes against what we've used to thought is that you can't treat a concussion. But you can actually treat a concussion. In the acute stages, there isn't really much that can be done. So we can give things like dietary interventions to try and squash the inflammatory response that's happening, trying to boost the energy levels that are currently low. So there's been some research in animals looking at things like creatine supplementation, magnesium, fish oils, antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. So there's a lot of things we can do from a pathophysiological perspective that are mostly dietary. The evidence on this, however, I will say is mostly only in animals. We don't have a lot of good human trials on this, but that's something that it's not going to hurt. And if we can throw some dietary interventions at patients, that's what we'll typically do in those acute first stages. Other than that, it's trying to just navigate through the symptoms and trying to progressively increase your activity levels without provoking your symptoms to a significant degree. The old treatment for concussion used to be just to rest and do nothing. But rest and doing nothing actually turns out to be detrimental for people with concussion. So now the new theory or the new thought process is activity, but you don't want to do too much activity that A, puts you at risk for getting another concussion. So anything like contact sports and stuff, you should not be participating in. And B, you can do activities that don't provoke your symptoms to a significant degree, meaning that if you're just going to hang out at home and you have a headache, well, you might as well go to school as long as that headache doesn't substantially increase while being at school. Okay? So that's the acute stages. Not much we can do other than just trying to navigate symptoms and try to do as much activity as we can without provoking symptoms to a significant degree. And we can also include things like dietary interventions. There's some preliminary evidence coming out that exercise in the early stages may be beneficial, but you have to do this in the proper way, meaning sub-symptom threshold. So the same way that I talked about going back to cognitive activity like school without having a provocation or provoking your symptoms to a significant degree, exercise is the same way. So exercise in a mild way that's not going to provoke your symptoms to a significant degree is also potentially beneficial in the acute stages of recovery. When concussion becomes more treatable is in the chronic state. So patients that have had symptoms for 10 days or more and they're still not getting better and they want to try and speed the process, that's when a lot of stuff can get done. And this is where a lot of the scientific evidence shows. Most studies are typically done on people that are symptomatic beyond that kind of 10 to 14 to 30 day period. So this is why we know more about it, is just these are the people that end up in these studies. But the 5 main treatments for concussion are number 1, exercise in a subsymptom threshold way. Number 2 is, again, dietary interventions, but also controlling inflammation. So this could be anti-inflammatory medications perhaps. And the other one that I lump into that category is also hormone imbalances. This stuff tends to show up in the really, really chronic people. So after like a year or more, if you've been suffering from symptoms, hormones might be out of whack and it might be something to get checked, and then maybe the hormone replacement type therapies might be of benefit for those people. Number 3 is treatment and rehabilitation for the visual system. So like vision therapy, going to a trained neuro-optometrist that can give you some exercises to control eye movement, make sure that your eyes are moving together properly, make sure you're able to focus properly on certain things. That would be through vision therapy. I also include in that category of vestibular therapy. So vestibular is your balance systems. So the people that feel really dizzy and off. And the reason why I lump it in with eyes is because the two often kind of overlap and it's difficult to tell the difference between the two, quite often. So vestibular therapy would be something that would be performed by a vestibular physiotherapist or maybe even a chiropractor. I know in the US there's like chiropractic neurology, which they deal a lot with the eyes and the vestibular system. So those two components kind of tend to be go hand in hand. The 4th one on that list is treatment of the neck. So as I mentioned in the previous question, that concussion has a mechanism of injury, which is acceleration, meaning that the head and brain undergo acceleration and deceleration. Well, as the head moves back and forth, so does the neck. And whiplash injuries are also caused by acceleration and deceleration, but it's acceleration and deceleration of the neck, not the brain. But the symptoms of whiplash or neck injury or neck dysfunction are the same exact symptoms as you see in concussion. And actually, I did this as part of my thesis when I was doing my sports med fellowship. The research I was doing was comparing people with concussion to people with whiplash to try to see if there was a difference between them. And we could not find a single difference in their symptom presentation between these two groups, meaning that people with whiplash had mental fogginess, balance impairments, visual disturbances, cognitive difficulties, headaches, all these things. And so you start to realize that the neck can actually cause the same symptoms as injury to the brain. So when brain injury has resolved, the injury to the brain has resolved, you might still be left with lingering neck issues where a little bit of treatment, a little bit of rehab can significantly reduce those symptoms, provided you're going to somebody who's trained and knows how to find that stuff. I've had a ton of patients myself where they said, oh yeah, I've been to a chiropractor, I've been to a physio, they've treated my neck, but yet I will find so much issue with their neck that when I start treating them, they're like, oh my God, this is so much different than what I actually was receiving before. So it really depends on who the practitioner is and what their skill set and knowledge base is surrounding concussion and the various functional deficits that can happen within the neck. Number 5 is the psychological intervention. So there's been a ton of research looking at cognitive behavioral therapy, but also other things that can be done more on your own, like guided meditation. So mindfulness-based meditation has some pretty decent evidence coming out looking at people with persistent symptoms. So a lot of the symptoms of concussion are triggered by things like anxiety or mild depression, also just a misattribution of symptoms. A lot of times people will think that they're much more impaired than they actually are, and they're remembering what it was like, and they can't really remember what it was like to be normal, and trying to get back to this ideal that they've set for themselves is quite difficult. And so sometimes the mental health aspect of concussion, but also the recovery of concussion and how difficult the recovery can be for some people, tends to weigh a lot on people and tends to keep symptoms around. So doing some sort of psychological intervention, I often will encourage my patients to go through talk therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, in extreme cases into psychiatry for medication and things like that. But so those are the main ways you can treat a concussion. So to summarize those 5 things again, and there's more than 5, but I've kind of categorized them to make it a little bit easier because they tend to fall in the same path. Number 1 is exercise in a subsymptom threshold way. Number 2 is dietary interventions, anti-inflammatory medications, or hormones. Number 3 is visual system and vestibular system and rehabilitation, either through physiotherapist, chiropractor, or AT, OT. They all do this type of stuff, and vision therapy, optometry. Number, 4, neck. So treatment of your neck. Again, this is going to be manual therapy. It's going to be rehabilitation, and this is most often done by chiropractor, physiotherapist, and other manual therapy types and rehabilitation professionals. And then number 5 is the psychological, and this could be anything from meditation to medication to talk therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, that type of thing. So that's the summary for how you treat a concussion injury. And there's research coming out on this all the time, so this may evolve. This list is going to continue to have things added to it as more research comes out to prove some of these things out.